Okay, so tonight I'm gonna show you guys how I make strong back. I mean, others have other name for it, you know, you blend your oats and your Supligen and whatever. So I call it strong back, and it's something that I used to drink when I was little because I just loved it so much. But that's the only reason I drink it, okay? And we're also gonna add our maca to the recipe. So this maca is available on our website, infinitress.com. So if you don't know what maca is, it is a natural root plant, right? And we have it here in capsule form. It's just blended and powdered and gelatinized, which is like heated, so it can be safer for you to consume, so you don't take it raw. So, and what it does, it helps to give you natural, and it's a natural source of energy, so you don't have to be drinking coffee every day. It helps boost your stamina, it helps to balance your hormones. It works for me with like period pains, like seriously works. It helps if you have PCOS, it helps you as well. It helps you focus. This maca is also good for women if you're trying to get pregnant because it boosts your fertility. It also boosts your libido, so you're gonna be like horny. And it also improves memory, but I just have to expound on the, I'm telling you, if you're having like period pains, like this is it. Like normally I would take like an Advil like on the first day of my period, and probably maybe on the second day, but this I didn't have to take any Advil at all, and this is an all natural thing, okay? And I've just been taking the maca daily, and then when my period came, it was just like, whoa. And it actually shortened my period too by like 3 days, because my period is usually long, and it just shortened it. So this is really good. You can get it at infinitress.com. Okay, so let's get into the ingredients. So we have oats, Supligen, 100% pure cow's milk. I guess you could use low-fat milk if you want to. And we have Guinness. You can also use stout if you want. And we have raw peanuts, 2 packs. But I think I'm just gonna use one, but I can use extra. And our beloved maca. And we've got vanilla. Oh, I forgot this. This is a nutmeg. And we have our condensed milk. But I mean, I cut mine like this because no one has time to be pouring out anything from a hole, so this is how I cut mine. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so honestly, I just literally eyeball everything. I mean, that's just how good I am, okay? I don't need to measure. So, I'm gonna pour the milk first. No, I wanna pour this first. This is like the base of everything. So, let's do the Supligen. And this is actually the big, okay, this is the big one. This is the big one for the NutriBoost. So, I guess you can use this for that. So, we pour the Supligen. Next is milk, and we just gonna eyeball it. So I guess it will be the same amount of milk, probably about here. Now we stop. Even. Next, we're gonna do oats. Give me a second. Cut this. So you're gonna do about 2 of these. Depending on the, it just depends on the size of the container you're using. I'm probably 3. And you just eyeball the consistency. Don't make it too thick. It's still supposed to be watery after you put the oats in, right? Because you don't want it too thick. So I'm doing 3.5. Yeah, so let's do the nutmeg. And you gotta have like one of these small beakers. So when I add the nutmeg, I grate it until it covers the surface of the shake. So that's how I know it's enough. It just needs to cover the surface. Good. Because then, you know, if you add too much, it's gonna be bitter. And you just squeeze it off. Good. Next, we're gonna add the vanilla. Now you don't want to add too much vanilla. This is another thing that's like, less is more. So just a little bit. I can just eyeball it. Okay, so I realized that maybe my hand was covering, you know, some of the action, so I just moved this a little bit closer. So next, we're going for the condensed milk, okay? So I think I'll probably put like 2 spoons. So I put some at first, and then after we blend it, I put a little bit more just for, you know, it's sweet to taste. I usually put like 2 or about. Notice that when we poured our liquid, it was about like here, and then when we added more stuff and the oats and so on, it came up to here. And this is the max. However, we're gonna add our nuts, right? And it's gonna go above the max, but we push boundaries on this channel, okay? So yeah, we're gonna go above the max. So let me open this. I'm just gonna just eyeball it. I mean, I kind of use the spoon to help, but I mean, once you know, you just know, okay? And you can just make it to your own liking. Okay, so I'm just showing you a comparison of how much nuts I used, because this is a full one and this is the one that I used. So I mean, you can just make it to your own liking, because once you blend it, you're gonna see how thick it gets. And if you want more nuts, you can just add more. So we're gonna blend it now, okay? We're gonna blend this. So add our blade. This is nice and tight. Lock this in. So side note, how I know that this is smooth enough is when, okay, so you see when this is on and it's blending, you can feel the blades actually struggling to cut through the nuts. But after a while, like around 2 minutes, you're gonna feel like the blades are spinning faster and they're cutting through easily, because it's getting smoother and smoother the longer you blend it. So after around 2 minutes and I start feeling getting faster, that's how I know that it's smooth enough for me. But you can tailor it to how you like it. So let's go.
Get the Oats, get the Supligen, get the nuts, get the Nutmeg, blend it up, turn it on your head, get a gal and just go get your children, get a gal and just go get your children.
Okay, so when you're done, you want it to be like a watery consistency. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of watery. Like, can you see it? Yeah. It's a watery consistency. So that's what you want. So we're gonna open. So the reason we don't add the Guinness before, because it foams while it's in the blender. Because I mean, when I just started like making this recipe for myself, it used to foam in the blender, and I was wondering why. So we add the Guinness after. I added a little bit more vanilla to this, and I added more condensed milk. And do you notice that like it's all the way up to here now? So it actually increases in volume after you blend it too. So you can just add, you know, more condensed milk to taste, more vanilla to taste, just to suit you. So lastly, we're gonna do the Guinness. Don't like bend the cover when I open the Guinness, because I actually don't use all of it, so I actually put the cover back on. So this is what the cover is like when I just take it off, and that way it will fit on snug. So I just eyeball it, just make sure it doesn't overflow. I put like 3 cups in this, super foamy, and then I mix. Now this part you just gotta mix, because you see the layer of Guinness at the top. You gotta make sure that gets to the bottom, and you just gotta mix for dear life. I actually added 4 more spoons of these, so total 6 spoons of Guinness. But you can't add all 6 at once, because I mean, I'm almost to the top of my container, so if I added all 6 at once, it would overflow. So what I do, I add 2, then mix, then add 2, then mix, then add 2, then mix. So each pair has time to settle, because after a while it does get flat, right? But you can add as much Guinness or as little Guinness, or no Guinness, or stout, or whatever you want to add, right? It's just how you like it. But I personally like it when it has a little kick to it. So yeah. And another tip, I stir like from top to bottom instead of in a circle, so I ensure that the Guinness gets to the bottom, and whatever's at the bottom comes to the top. And so there's one more ingredient we forgot to add. Like, does anyone know? The first person to comment and tell me which ingredient we need to add, they get a free bottle courtesy of Infinitress. So comment and let me know what I need to add next. I'll give you like 5 minutes or 5 seconds.
A few moments later.
Hey, time's up. So congrats to whoever guessed it. We're gonna add our Maca capsules to our strongback. I mean, you can add the capsules before you blend it, after you blend it, whenever you want. You can just add it. It's just do you, okay? So we're gonna add our Maca. You can add as many capsules as you want, actually. Cause this is probably a serving of like around 4. So, and 2 is the minimum serving of Maca capsules. So you could add 8 capsules if you want. You could add 2 if you want. So if you get the powdered Maca from our website. You can also add that to your smoothies or your strong bath or anything that you blend, or even your morning coffee. Anything that you're drinking, you want to mix the powder with it, that's fine. But I personally take the capsules because it's just easier to take, because I don't have to necessarily mix it with any food or anything, and you don't taste it. To me, the taste is good, it's fine. To most people, it's like a nutty taste. But if you don't really want to taste it, you can just get the capsules. And I'm no doctor or anything, but I'm just speaking from experience, and this works. So visit infinitress.com to get your Maca, and you can use the code STRONGBACK to get 10% off.
British girl, spin your life fence, till you tilter than the river Thames. Gwen tell match, tell Beth, two old woman, tell them dry your bed. Get the oats, get the Supligen, get the nuts, get the Nutmeg. Blame it up, turn it to your head. Get a gal and just go get your children. Get a gal and just go get your children. Get a gal and just go get your children. Get a gal and just go get your children. Get a gal and just go get your children.